they've got to deal with the nation of domination of Abby Harrod, McKenna Davis, and I believe that's Liv Shore. Now, I did see Bella. I saw Bella. She was out there warming up. She has not been cleared. She has not been able to come back from her injury just yet. So Harrod and Addie Schaefer, 39 and 31 for 70. She's got 46 draw controls. She is just an 8th grader, and she's going to be out there banging heads with one of the best draw controls in not only Section 5 in New York State, in the country. This is going to be a good one, baby. Here we go, and we're underway. And it is going to be on the carpet, and Bella Shore is going to pick it up in Canandaigua with an opportunity to draw first blood. Here comes the Under Armour All-American McKenna Davis. She's going to go to Hannah Davis down behind goal. Hannah is going to stop at the X, see where she's going. She's going to get it to Kohler Neiman, back to Davis. Hannah Davis so far 33 and 31 for 64. Here comes a little bit of motion offense. Ball over on the right wing with Hannah. She comes all the way up top to Liv Shore. The girl that Ronnie Davis calls the best 2023 in the country, Abby Harrod, lets it go, and it's good. So Abby Harrod is going to draw first blood for Canandaigua at 24-26, and Canandaigua is going to jump out to a, where are we at here? There we go, 1-point lead with 24-26 left to play. So all we saw there, folks, is just good patient offense by Canandaigua. Remember, they score an average of 14.2. Now, when they have to crank it up, when they have to go be aggressive and go right at the goal, they will. When they can be patient and just wait for an opportunity to take advantage of what the defense gives them, they can do that as well. They are very, very well balanced. That is Abby Harrod's 34th of the season. And here it is. It's up, and it is going to be awarded to Canandaigua. So they will give the ball to Canandaigua. So 2 straight possessions, 2 straight opportunities for the Braves. Now, watching the Braves warm up, they go through a lot of drills that you don't see other teams go through. So that's one of the differences here when you have somebody the caliber of Ronnie Davis. All right, here's Hannah Davis over on the right wing. Hannah gets away from the defender but kicks it back up top to Liv Shore. Liv comes down the right wing, lets it go, and knocks it down. She did not have the best angle for that right-hand runner, but she lets it go, and she's going to get number 34 also on the season. And as I said, that's one of the things Canandaigua has. They have 6 players in double-digit scoring. Okay? Webster, they have 2. You know what I'm saying? So there's that's what one of the things that separates Canandaigua from everybody else. At 23-53, Canandaigua now leading 2-0. All right, we are back coming at you live right here on Chosen Spot Radio, patched into the video feed on the Canandaigua School District YouTube channel. Time is 7:40, 23:53, 2 25-minute halves. We are at 23:53 here in the Apple Blossom Self-Storage JW Plumbing first half. It's up, and here we go, an opportunity for Webster Thomas. It is brought down by Addie Schaefer. Addie Schaefer, her 47th, 8th grader. Oh, coming down Main Street, number 4, Colby Spencer is going to hit number 17 on the season. And that was just textbook transition from winning the draw. Got it over to Spencer, and Spencer knocked it down. So the run is over for Canandaigua at 2. And we're going to put Spencer down as scoring that goal. And again, that comes at 23-42, 10 seconds. That's all it took for Webster, for Thomas to get on the board. I'll tell you, man, that was a well-earned draw, and then they turned it into a goal as Spencer just walked right down Main Street. Defense missed a slide. Nobody came over from either side, allowed Spencer to just walk right down, get to the island, which is just in boys lacrosse. It's a 5x5 piece out in front of the goal. This one's going to be picked up by McKenna Davis, the very, very sure stick left-hander. And Spencer was able to just put it one-on-one right in the face of Quinn Tallman. There was nothing Quinny could do on that one. That defense, you got to get your slides, man. You got to get your slides. You know what I'm saying? So we've got 23 left to play. Ball out in front, loose on the carpet, picked up by Neiman. She draws a lot of contact, and I think there was a little stick upside the head action, but I don't see any cards. I don't see anything of that nature going on. We're going to see a free position here for who are we going to see a free Kohler Neiman on the hash mark on the left-hand side. So the 8-meter is where they take the free position from, contact that they will go from the hash mark closest. So she fakes going in, backs out to Abby Harrod. 167 draw controls coming into today, well in front of the second place. Gosh, I don't want to. You ever have that, Jim? You have a brain freeze and you can't remember something that's obvious. I'll remember it. Sydney something. 22-22 left to play. McKenna Davis turns around and knocks it down. McKenna Davis comes from X, gets the ball behind, comes up along the right-hand side, knocks it down to make it 3-0. Canandaigua at 22-20 left to play here in the first. Now coming into today, McKenna Davis, 94 points. She had 94 points. I asked Ronnie if she's going to go off today and try to get 6 points to get her to 100. And you know what Ronnie said? He said he doesn't think that she even knows how many points she has. She just plays all out. That's it, man. She just plays all out. Well, she's got one today, and that is her 60th. That is her 60th goal on the season. Her first here today. So far, Harrod, Shore, and Davis have scored for Canandaigua, and that is the Nation of Domination. They are the three here at the draw. And Abby Harrod, they're going to say that I think they're trying to say Schaefer, or no, that's Olivia Scott. So they're trying to pull in Olivia Scott. Say she went a little early, so they awarded the ball to Harrod. So here is Rachel Bennett. She throws it away. She tried to go down to Neiman in the corner, and then they're going to throw it away. So we're swapping turnovers here. Nice pickoff there by Grace Burns, the senior defender for Thomas, but she threw it away, and now the ball is with Canandaigua in the end zone. 2 straight sectional championships in Class A for Canandaigua football. Domcom, our Section 5 Player of the Year, my Section 5 Player of the Year, going to go and play football at University of Rochester. Recognized for his 5-goal game. He went crazy. I think he had all 5 of those in a row, in fact. All 5 were in a row. Here's Rachel Bennett, right side. She draws a lot of attention. She drew the attention of Maya Zeller. But ball now inside with Shore, and she lets it go. And I do believe Getz might have got a piece of that. But it went out of bounds, but Hannah Davis was there to back it up. Now, what I mean by back it up is the team that's closest to the ball, when it goes out of bounds, gets possession. And that's a body part, Jim. I don't know if you know that or not. You see them all hold their sticks up. It's not the sticks. It's their hands. It's the body part. 20:55 left to play here in the first. Canandaigua leading 3-1. Ball over here with Abby Harrod. Good patient offense. Harrod gets by her defender. Tries to feed the middle. Ball is loose, and it's going to be picked up by Colby Spencer. Spencer knocked down that goal for Thomas. But Harrod with a great trail check is going to, he's going to call the foul. He's going to call the foul on Harrod. Man, she did a great job to run her down, though. Now she's getting the squeeze from McKenna Davis and Abby Harrod, and they are a very formidable pair. Now the ball with Audrey Grebe. And she is going to pull up right there in the slot right around the 20-yard line. Feed the left alley. She feeds it over to Grace Cunningham, 8 and 2 for 10 for the senior. And fans, when I say that real quick, the first number is goals, the second number is assists, and the third number is total points. So 8, 2, and 10 is 8 goals. And you can see Ronnie Davis pushing that offense back. He doesn't want that offense up. He wants that offense back so they can transition into offense. Great save by Quinn Tallman on the shot by Thomas. I think that was Cunningham that took that shot. Jim, did you watch Happy Days? You remember Chuck Cunningham, the oldest brother? He was only in like the first episode or two. Here comes Maya Herman bringing it up the near side, and she gets it checked out of her stick by Addie Schaefer. And it's going to go off of Herman and go to Thomas. But anyway, Chucky Cunningham, and then the dude just disappeared. He disappeared. There was no explanation. They didn't say that he went off to college. Just Chucky didn't exist. Nice takeaway there by Canandaigua. Kohler Neiman. No, that wasn't Neiman. Yeah, it was. She gets it ahead to Hannah Davis, and we're going to have a foul away from the ball. Man, what a great takeaway by Kohler Neiman in the middle. Now, I used to be able to pick her right out because she was the only Canandaigua Brave that wore a helmet. You know what I'm saying? But now there's a couple of them that wear it. And she doesn't. So we have I believe, a free position over on the right-hand side for Abby Harrod. Abby Harrod looking, she passes it to McKenna Davis, and then McKenna Davis is going to get fouled just as she's shooting, and the simultaneous comes into play. If you're fouled during the shot goes in, leave it. It stays. McKenna Davis with her second at 18:29 gives Canandaigua 4-1 lead. What's that, Jim? No, I've done it once. It's been a while. I think your other guy was here. Why, you don't like that, Jim? You don't like the music after every goal? Oh, all right. Jim and I, we get to talking up here a little bit, and sometimes I forget to turn my mic down, so you might hear a little bit of the behind-the-scenes action. We try not to talk too bad about people, but sometimes it slips out. McKenna Davis gets her second off a feed from Abby Harrod. Great job by Harrod. And speaking of great job by Harrod, she overplays the ball. It's still on the carpet, still up. Now going to be brought down by Colby Spencer. Man, almost. Harrod has just been so dominant all season long at the draw. And now Thomas going to do their best to throw it away. It comes over to the side. It stops. It's going to be picked up by Liv Shore. She's going to get away from three defenders. She's going to come ahead to Kohler Neiman. She's going to angle in and go to Emily York looking for help. She goes over to McKenna Davis. I don't know how tall McKenna Davis is, but she needed a step ladder and a few rungs to pick that off. That was airmail style, and it's going to get scraped, and Davis scrapes it in. It's going to go off of Thomas. It's going to go off of Olivia Scott. She's a tall kid, that senior defender. She is tall, man. I'm going to put her at probably 5'10". She's up there. You know what I'm saying? So 11:35, Harrod comes out. McKenna Krause comes in. Tyler Smith comes in, as does Abby Kangemi, one of the call-ups from JV. She was the Henrietta Hotz. Sorry, man, I'm not doing the boys. Henrietta Hotz, player of the game in that JV game that I did before I came over here. Here's Krause. Here we see the weave. And speaking of the Gary Gate weave, the dude is now the head coach of the Syracuse men's lacrosse program. Gary Gate, widely recognized as the greatest lacrosse player to ever walk the face of God's green earth, took the ladies program to several national weekends, unable to break through and win the big one. But I guarantee you, I'm calling it right now, within his first 3 years, he is going to take Syracuse, the men's lacrosse program, to the promised land. McKenna Krause, she was a JV call-up. She had to come up to fill in for Bella Shore. She's got 4 goals. She's a freshman hockey player. All three of the girl hockey players for Canandaigua are on the field right now. Here's one of them, McKenna Kraus, right hand, draws the attention, flips it. She gets it to McKenna Kraus. McKenna comes down, lets the left-hander go. Goes wide right, backed up by Hannah Davis. Kangemi, Smith, and Kraus, the 3 girl hockey players for Canandaigua. And I'll tell you what, I wouldn't go up against any of them, no question. Here's McKenna Davis. She comes in. She gets a lot of contact, and they're not going to call anything, and they just play on. Ball over here on the near side along the numbers. And Hannah Davis is going to pick it up for Canandaigua. Hannah Davis out in front to McKenna. McKenna over to Tyler Smith. And a great save there by Getz. Now, Tyler Smith tried to do the quick stick. She tried to, shoot it real quick. But Getz was right there. You have got to make that goalie. We've talked about this. We've had Maddie Mamoon up here a couple times, college player. She goes to Ursuline. All right, we've talked about it. You've got to fake one way and go the other. Oh man, she drew a lot of attention. Did Spencer, man? Look, she's getting away from everybody. Now she tries to go over to the left alley, and Smith is going to pick it up for Canandaigua. She's going to quick pass it out here to York. Here we come. York has Kohler Neiman ahead of her, and Neiman, York is looking behind her, looking for somebody. She's going to come down to the 10 and finally give it over to Kohler Neiman. Kohler Neiman, sophomore, 27 goals on the season. Strike one. But like I said, remember, coming into today, I've been having speech problems all day long. But it's going to take more than that to keep me from bringing you the game, bringing you the action. All right, I won't be on the action as Kohler Neiman comes down into the fan. Spin move, gets pushed off. Switch, goes over to Hannah Davis. Contact, she'll get a free position. Hannah Davis with 33 goals on the season. This one will be a free position on the right-hand side hash mark. But, earlier I was having problems with it, and I don't know point I was making, but I need an intern up here just to keep track of what I'm saying. Here comes Hannah Davis, comes down all the way in and right at the crease on the doorstep is going to let it go. And Hannah Davis, with 14 minutes even left to go, is going to knock down her first of the day, her 34th of the season to make it Canandaigua 5-1 with 14 left to play. All right, there you have it, fans. Whew. I'll tell you, this Canandaigua offense is just tough. It's tough. Now, I asked Coach Ross and Coach Chavaria, before the game if the Titans were driven at all by those L's that the Titans took there against Canandaigua in sectionals, and she said, of course, man. Listen. I almost said it, Jim. I almost said women have a hard time letting things go, but it's a good thing I stopped myself, right? Good thing I stopped myself before I got in trouble. No, of course they're driven by that. You always want to get the L back. But this Canandaigua team is just so tough. Oh, nice job picking it up. Nice job picking it up off the draw there by Olivia Scott, but she draws a lot of attention. She comes over to the slot. Can't see who it is. I think that's Gwen Newtown. And Newtown is going to draw the foul, a little bit of contact. I don't think she's going to get a free position. No, they're going to walk her back up to about the 20-yard line. She's going to go over to the left wing. Yeah, Jim, it's been a tough day. I think it's the sun, maybe the medicine, but the speech thing with the sarcoidosis, it affects me a little bit here and there. Gets my wife worried and all that kind of stuff. I tell her, Miss Bazman, don't worry about it. We're all right. We're all right. And if we're not, it happens. It happens, Jimmy Jim. Nobody gets out alive. 13:05 left to play, and there's Meat. Jack Fayola, the goalie for Canandaigua. He's got a killer mullet, man. Killer mullet. Black on top, blonde in the back. What do they say? Business up front, party in the rear, man. 12:50 left to play. Canandaigua up 5-1. Hannah Davis scoring her 34th of the season, the last goal. And ball on the carpet, going to be picked up by Canandaigua. Nice stick check, though. She picks it up. She's going to come down and let it go. And great save there by Quinny Tolman on the shot by Eddie Schaefer. Schaefer looking to get number 40 on the season, just an 8th grader. She's the only one. No, there's a couple of them. Okay, there's a couple of them out there wearing helmets for the Titans. I'm a firm proponent of the helmet. We've had this conversation before. We've talked about it ad infinitum, and I support it. I support it. A lot of people don't support it. A lot of the players don't want it because they think it'll make it actually, the contact even more and worse. But anytime you can protect the dome piece, I'm good with it. Ooh, Quinny, I think Tallman lost that in the sun. She got the pass back from Grace Brinza. Brinza has now got it coming up, and she's going to go ahead to Rachie B. Rachie B. Bennett puts on the afterburner. She finds Liv Shore. Liv Shore tries to come over to York, gets deflected, gets soaked up, now picked up by Mia Estelle. 3 and 5 for 8 for the freshman for Thomas. She's being chased, and she's going to go back over to Getz. Getz, a left-hander. You're seeing a lot more left-handers in the game of lacrosse every day. Oh, bad pass up in front, soaked right up by Abby Herod. Intended receiver was Maya Zeller, and Maya couldn't get the backhand. It was not on the stick side. The pass from Getz was not on Zeller's stick side, so she had to switch sides, and by the time she did it, got through and found Herod. Now it's with Kohler Neiman at the GLE on the left-hand side. And as always, fans, the left and right, I'm calling it, is if you are a player looking at the goalie, not the goalie looking out, unless otherwise notified. 10:45 left to play. Canandaigua leading 5-1 here in the J.W. Plumbing Apple Blossom Self-Storage first half. Brought to you by Henrietta Hotz and Eagle Insurance. So again, the fellas, they beat Penfield. They beat Penfield last night, and they are going to play Saturday morning at 11. And a little bit too much contact, and Rachie B is going to get a free position. Rachel Bennett is going to have an opportunity to get her 7th of the season. And like I said, the winner of today goes on to play the winner of Brighton and Irondequoit. I'm going to try to get the score. Bennett comes down, passes it off. And nice save there, no goal. Nice job on the save, off the shot, right on the doorstep. Now the island, as I've said, in the boys' game is a 5x5 box right out in front of the crease. Here's a bad pass picked up by Shore. Here comes Davis. A one-on-one breakaway over to Hannah Davis, and Hannah with the bouncer. The Davis to Davis connection is good to make it 6-1 Canandaigua at 9:35 left to play. McKenna to Hannah, Davis to Davis, 9:35, 6-1. From my perspective, it looks like that both Ronnie and Nemo are kind of upset about whatever they were discussing. So we'll look and see if that translates into any kind of, maybe ramping up the offense a little bit. I don't know. 9:35 left to play. 6-1. Canandaigua leads. Last goal for Canandaigua, Hannah Davis. She scored the last two. All right. She scored the last two. McKenna Davis has been involved with 3 of the last 4. And here's another draw control win for Canandaigua with Liv Shore back to Rachie B., younger sister of Sammy B. Sammy B going to RIT. National champions in D3. Crazy. A lot of good stuff. Lemoyne, D2 champions. All right, a lot of good. Devin Andrews scored a goal in that title game. Here is Bennett. She lets a right-hand runner go, soaked up there very nicely by Getz. Not a lot of juice, not a lot of go behind it. I mean, it wasn't a bad shot. Just didn't have a lot of zip and zang. But, Rachie B, she's just 10th grader, man. She keeps hitting those weights. Man, there's going to be a lot of strength. Here comes the ball down. Nice job by Thomas. And going to be stick checked out. They were moving the ball well. And look at Tallman. She goes way out of crease to pick it up. She gets it to Laneson. Now it's going to come over here to Maya Herman, and she's going to take off along the left-hand side, right along the sideline, up to the 50-yard line. Now to the 40, the 30. The 20, she angles over. She's going to come down to Kohler Neiman right down here in the corner, right by the post. And now they're going to go to Hannah Davis and settle down. They're going to give Maya Herman an opportunity to run off, and they're going to bring in Caroline Lytle in on defense. So Lytle comes in on defense. Lytle, Laneson, what do we have? I believe that's Lupton. Kaylee Lupton, the senior. A lot of leadership on this Canandaigua team. Pass out in the middle. Davis trying to get a little tricky there and find Herod inside the 8-meter, and it's taken away by Thomas. Oh, it looked like that ref was almost reaching in the pocket. Emily York got right into the backside of Grace Cunningham, the senior, and it looked like the official, he was reaching. Looked like he was going to the pocket and then decided not to. Right down Main Street, Audrey Gree brings it down, lets it go off the upright. You know what? I don't know if that was off the stick or off the upright. What do you think, Jim? Was that off the stick or the upright? Yeah, I will agree with you. I do believe that was a good save by Tallman. Now she's out of the crease, and she's fair game now, being out of the crease, and she is being dealt with. She is being hounded by Eddie Schaefer. She needs some help. Somebody get Quinny some help. She's going to go over to the far side. Can't tell you who that is. She's going to get it up here to. Who is that? Is that Shore? I don't think so, because I was told she isn't going to be playing today.
13.
Yeah, well, Ronnie lied to me. That's Bella Shore. It's good to see her in the game. Very nice. Nice job. Good to see her in the game. 6:25 left to play. Let's see if, now that the action has calmed down a little bit, I can see who that is. I think it's over on the far side as Canandaigua starts to set up on offense. Yep, that was Grace Brinza on that pass, and then got it to Shore, who brought it across midfield. Now it's with McKenna Davis, the lefty, looking for some help on a cutter. Not there, so she gives it up top to Liv Shore. She goes right-handed, right alley, passes it in the middle, goes by Davis, picked up over here by Grebe again. She's off to the races, right along the sideline, down the right-hand side. She turns around and almost gets toasted there by Emily York. But as it is, she's going to go over to the middle. Now down the left hash marks with Colby Spencer. Spencer, the only goal scored here for Thomas. So with 5:25 left to play, Canandaigua continues to lead 6-1. So a little foul. Right down the slot. Looks like the ball is with, I'm going to say, Taylor Ford. Oh, no, not at all. That's a 9-spaz man, Gwen Newtown, the sophomore. Ball out in front, loose, out of the stick of Cunningham, the senior. And Tallman is going to come out, pick it up, and she's going to get a little too much contact. And she's going to come over here on the E in the end zone. I'll tell you, Quinny Tallman right now, she hasn't made a lot of saves, but she is playing with a lot of energy. Herod over to Brinza on the right-hand side. Brinza stops at the 35, gets it off to Hannah Davis at the 40. She brings it down across, now down to the 30 of Canandaigua. Right down the right alley, goes by her sister McKenna, and stops at the 5 and is going to go up to McKenna at the 10. Back to, so the Davis sisters, I would love to, you know what? I'd love to have $1 for every time those girls played catch. Senior McKenna, freshman Hannah, every time they threw and caught each other, man, I bet you I could buy a boat. You got a boat, Jim? You got a boat? No boat? I wouldn't mind having a boat, but I'm never going on Lake Ontario. Here's McKenna Davis. She comes in and she draws a contact. Going to stop the clock. And it stopped at, I was going to say 3:50, but it does continue to run. Free position for McKenna Davis, and look, she's locked and loaded. She's right in the slot, right at the top of the fan. She lets it go, and she knocks it down. She likes that underhanded thing, and McKenna Davis is going to pick up the hat trick. So with 3:41 left to play, McKenna Davis with the hat trick, and Canandaigua now with the 7-1 lead with 3:41 left to play. All right, once again, can't thank our sponsors enough. Henrietta Hotz, Eagle Insurance, JW Plumbing, Apple Blossom Self-Storage, the Canandaigua Girls Lacrosse Boosters. I want to thank Jackie Lytle for all of her efforts to make all of these broadcasts, whether it's on Just Chosen Spot Radio or patched into the Canandaigua School District, for making them possible. Here is the draw right up to Abby Herod. Herod loses the cradle, but it goes to McKenna Davis, and Davis comes over to Kraus, and Kraus over here to Canjemi, down to Kohler Neiman in the end zone. McKenna Davis is one of those players, as Tyler Smith comes in for Canandaigua, and I swear to you, if I didn't know any better, I'd think that's Peyton, her older sister. Where's her number? And I know I've said this before, but you would swear it's her older sister. But I have no idea. Jim, what point was I making before I went off on that thing about Tyler? Don't know. Thank you, Randy Boylan. Randy Boylan walking around for everything he's done, man. Everything he's done. It got tense a little bit here over the last 16 months or whatever, following rules and, guidelines and regulations. And sometimes I'm not too good at that. Randy kept a cool head and just, talked to me like a good dude, and I appreciate that, Randy Boylan. I want to thank Jim Simmons for the hospitality as well. 2:30 left to play in the first half. Brought to you by JW Plumbing and Apple Blossom Self-Storage. Hannah Davis does the zag. The zag splits two defenders, finds McKenna. McKenna puts the bouncer down. Did not have a good angle. Bounced off of Getz and ends up with Thomas. She did not have a good angle there, although it was with the left hand. So when you're on the right side, you want to shoot with the left hand. That gives you the better angle. Because if you shoot right-handed, you're going to be even further down towards the GLE. All right, picked up by the tall number 23, Olivia Scott. She is going to angle over here towards the sideline and look for a little help, and she's going to find it in Schaefer. Schaefer, the 8th grader, draws the Malachi crunch of Kohler Neiman and Carlin Bjorling. Sorry, Carlin. 11:30 left to play. Coach Davis, you can see the frustration getting into it with the official. He walked away, but Nemo's walking down there. Nemo's walking down. I don't think he's walking down to work the coach. He's walking down to work that defense. Ronnie said, "You take it, Nemo, because I'm a little mad. I'm going to come up here back up a little closer to the bench." You can see the frustration setting in. 7-1, 1:05 left to play. Ball out here, free position now. A little bit of contact inside the fan. So the Titans are going to get a free position. Stops the clock, 1:07. They're going to get a chance to score when the coming off of the clock stopped, which is always good. Bring it down, let it go. And what a stone cold stop by Quinn Tallman off of that free position by Newtown. And here comes Canjemi. Man, oh man, what a stop there by Tallman. And then she comes out of the goal. Now she goes over to Brinza. That's not Brinza. Over on the far side. Can't get the number at Shore. Man, I can't say enough about that stop. Wow. Quinn Tallman, you are huge. Take a bow, girlfriend. 35 seconds left to play here in the first half. Quinn Tallman has not faced a lot of shots, but she has turned every single one away except for one. But that was just a one-on-one right down Main Street by Spencer. Her 17th of the season. 15 seconds left to play. Canandaigua going to wind it down. to single digits. McKenna Davis, right angle. Finds McKenna Kraus coming down, out of contact, back to Davis. Davis, face dodge, lets it go and gets it. McKenna Davis from McKenna Kraus. McKenna to McKenna with 4.2 left to go here in the first. McKenna Davis from McKenna Kraus, good for Canandaigua to make it 8-1 with 4.2. I hear you, man. I hear you. 8-1. Whew. That was just a fantastic play there between McKenna Kraus and McKenna Davis to work together like that. Davis hit Kraus on the cut. Great slide by the defense, forced Kraus to go back outside to Davis, and then Davis just worked her way, face dodged inside her defender, and then put the bouncer down. And that made it 8-1 with 4.2 left to play. So this draw control awarded to the Titans. And as time expires here on the first half, Canandaigua is going to take an 8-1 lead into the locker room at halftime. The sun is down. No more sun. No more sun in anybody's eyes. Canandaigua going left to right. Abby Herod reaches right up there and plucks that thing right out of the air over the outstretched arms of the lengthy Olivia Scott. And fresh 25 minutes here in the Anytime Pest Control Wally's second half. Here's Hannah Davis, right side alley. Swings it up top. Abby Herod. She comes down. Works off the pickage. Kicks it back out to the right alley. Looking for a little bit of help. Tries to go across to, I believe, Neiman, and Neiman is going to run it down before it goes out of bounds. Great hustle by Kohler Neiman. So, like I said, if anybody thinks with the score being 8-1, Ronnie's going to call out the dogs, you got another thing coming. And McKenna Davis lets that underhander go, and a nice foot save by Getz, but she draws the double team, the Malachi crunch in the corner over here of Rachel Bennett and Hannah Davis. And what happens in that situation, they're going to give the ball to Canandaigua. What happens in that situation, the ref is going to look for anything he can make a call. He doesn't want everybody beating and banging. Here's the shot by Abby Herod off the quick stick. Goes wide left to the fence, and Herod is going to run it down and back it up. Like I said, if you thought that Ronnie Davis was going to pull the foot off the throat, put the brakes on, you're out your minds. Here is McKenna Davis, right alley. She draws some attention. She's going to go one-on-one, and I will put her one-on-one against any defender. Any defender, the Under Armour All-American. Here is Abby Herod. Speaking of All-Americans, Cassidy King. I know I mentioned it at the beginning. All-American goalkeeper out there for the Indy Greyhounds. And tried to feed it in to Davis, but it goes through to York. York picks it up, keeps possession for Canandaigua. Like I said, these Braves just in the right place at the right time, and you have to wonder if attrition is starting to settle in maybe for the Titans. A little bit of a foul there against Olivia Taddeo. She's got a couple goals on the season. Hannah Davis with the restart over to McKenna. McKenna walks it up along the hash marks, comes up top to Herod. Face dodge, lets it go. A great save there by Getz, and the rebound is going to come all the way out to the 15, where it's going to be picked up by Grace Burns. She's got 4 goals on the season. 22-15 left to play. All right, somebody out there listening. Come on, man. Here we go. Oh, I thought somebody had sent it. Maddie Mamoon, that's right, the Davis connection. Maddie, where were you? Where are you, man? Where are you? I expected you to be here to work. I was even going to pay you. No, I wasn't. Jim was. Jim Michael was. Right, Jim? Sure. Jim says Jim likes her, man. Jim likes you, Maddie. You think I do too. I do too, just not enough to pay you. Ha, ha, ha. You think I'm not going to pick on you just because you're not here? You have got to know better than that. Eddie Schaefer, the 8th grader, with it up top in the slot, drawing the attention of Liv Shore. And Shore is going to get called for the foul. She's going to get ticketed. She'll go back. Schaefer brings it down. Great trail check there by Liv Shore, but Schaefer holds on to the ball. Now she comes out to Maya Zeller. Zeller back to Schaefer. They feed it inside the 8, right down the slot. Nice ball movement and a great finish. Great finish by Maya Zeller. Maya Zeller knocks one down at 21-10. Ends the run for Canandaigua at 6 and opens up the scoring. Maya Zeller. 28. Maya Zeller. 21-10 left to play to make it 8-2. So Maya Zeller, all right, who did he say the all right, I'm not sure I think he said Eddie Schaefer. I think Eddie Schaefer might have got that feed. Yeah, so we're going to go Zeller from Schaefer. All right, so 8-2 with 21-10 left to play. And again, you don't have to score 30 goals a game. You only have to win by 1, especially here in the second season. All right? Unfortunately, it's a one-and-done situation. You lose once, you're out. That's the way these tournaments are. All right, so checking in for Canandaigua, number 18, Carlin Bjorling, the senior. So here is Canandaigua going to settle things down. Tyler Smith is going to come in. Ball with Hannah Davis at the GLE, which is just the goal line extended. Goal line extended. In the girls' game, they set the goal up right on the end zone. McKenna Krause. She brings it down. She can't flip, so she holds on. She goes to Hannah Davis. Man, that was a strong pass. Davis did a great job to go up there and get it. She fights through the nice check there of Colby Spencer, one of the 2 goals for Thomas. Here's Davis. Man, she wants to let that underhander go. Face dodge, middle. A lot of contact, no call, play on, I guess. All right. I'll tell you, those Davis sisters get wrecked every game. 20 minutes left to play. Class B sectional quarterfinals. Winner goes on to the semis. Still waiting. All right, is that final? Is that final, Donna Cook? Because if that's final, 8-4, I believe that is. They played at 6. So the winner is going to go on to play number 4, Brighton. Nice trail check by Davis. It's on the carpet. She tries to pick it up, and they are going to call. It could be, I think that might have been an empty stick check there against Olivia Scott. So the winner, thank you. Thank you very much, Donna Cook. I appreciate that, Donna. I also appreciate the support of all of our sponsors and our individual contributions. And I could be wrong, but I think Donna, didn't you make an individual contribution at some point in time? If anybody else is interested in doing that, go to our website at chosenspotradio.com. McKenna Davis, left-hander, is going to hit it right inside. That is number 5, and that's her 100th point. That is her 100th point of the season. So McKenna Davis, officially 100 points. There you have it. Canandaigua now up 9-2 with 18:56. There, Jim, is that better? Is that a little bit? I'll tell you, that is one thing I miss about doing the DJ thing. I used to be a mobile DJ with Spazman Spins DJ Entertainment, and one thing I do like is listening to the music. All right, for the most part, meeting the people. The only problem is there's that other part that they don't know how to behave themselves. They drink a little too much. They get a little too rowdy. They don't know how to stay away from the equipment. They lean on everything. They set their drinks on stuff. 1856. Or you see Coach Davis calling that offense back, and look at Abby Harrod. They run a drill. Oh, great trail check by Schaefer to knock the ball out of the cross of Abby Harrod. Come on, Abby, kid. You got to take back. Man, you got to guard that stick, kid. But they run a specific drill where they reach right up there and go after those draw control balls that are way up high. Great defense again by Canandaigua, leading 9-2, 18:30 left to play. Class B sectionals. Quarterfinals winner will meet Brighton on Saturday right here at Braves Field. With the truncated season and the difference in, the way things are done here over the past year or so, with no New York State championship, looks like a free position for Gwen Newtown. She wants number 14 on the season. She'll go one-on-one with Quinn Tallman, and she's going to beat Tallman over the right shoulder. So, for the first time, nope, I was wrong. McKenna Davis snuck a goal in there. I was going to say for the first time they've been able to string together 2 in a row, but instead it's 2 out of the last 3 that have been scored. This one comes at 17:55 to make it 9-3, and you gotta figure that might give the Webster Thomas Titans a little bit of life here. All right, only trailing by 6 with 17:55 left to play. But with the truncated season, which is just another fancy word for shortened, compressed, all right, the higher seed is the host of every game. Now, normally, all right, it would be at neutral facility, but with travel restrictions that have been in place that I imagine will not be in place by the time fall comes around. And, almost another draw control for the Titans, but it's picked up by Liv Shore. She comes down Main Street, splits 2 defenders. She lets it go on her own, but she may have had that shot deflected from behind by a check. So good hustle there. I think right now you can see Thomas playing with some urgency. They know their season is on the line. They know it's a one and done. Hannah Davis with a great move and a shot. Hannah Davis with the McKenna Davis underhander. What a great face dodge over on the right-hand side with 17:27 left to play. She knocks it down, Hannah Davis. That is her 3rd, so she's got the hat trick. And Canandaigua gets to double digits and leads 10-3 with 17:27 left to play.
Abby Harrod, number 18, Canandaigua G-Lax. You're listening to Chosen Spot Radio.
All right, obviously she doesn't wear 18 anymore. Wearing 18 this season is Carlin Bjorling. She's wearing number 2. That is from last year, but it's still pretty cool, isn't it? Still pretty cool. So there you have it with 17:27 left to play. Canandaigua leading 10-3. So we're having a lot of fun. This game is brought to you by, of course, Henrietta Hotz, brought to you in part by Eagle Insurance and all of our other fine sponsors sponsoring the second half. We are at 17:05 of the... and what a right-hand rocket by Liv Shore. I did not think Liv Shore was going to take that shot from that far out, but she let the laser rip, and with 17:03, it's now 11-3. That is Liv Shore's second of the game and her 35th of the season. Whoops, that is not what I wanted. There we go. All right, so we're back at it. Now, I don't know if I was talking about a point before that or not. I know I was. I can't remember what it is. So let's just get all the way back to talking about, the difference. Every game is at the higher seed, and with Canandaigua being the number 1 seed, as long as they play, they will host the game. Both boys and girls come into the Section 5 tournament as the number 1 seed. So we're back at it. Herod and let's see, we've got Olivia Scott, Eddie Schaefer not taking the draw. The Nation of Domination is just in effect here, and another one for Herod. And look, she turns around, gets it to Davis, who goes over to Shore. And McKenna Davis, listen, she can score 20 goals a game. I think she could. She could just knock them down, but she's not that player. She doesn't mind sharing the wealth. This is a Canandaigua team that doesn't care who scores as long as somebody puts it into the nylon. Shore, Bella in the game for Canandaigua at 16:35 left to play here in the second half. Brought to you by Wally's and Anytime Pest Control. Anytime Pest Control, man. They can do it all. I've seen it all. And like I said, Wally's, good stuff. Good food. Yeah, right? Yeah, because the first one was JW Plumbing. Oh, here's a shot. Here's a shot out in front. Over on the side. And who was that? Was that Herod? No. Who was that? I didn't even see who took it. It was Abby Herod. Okay. From McKenna? Oh, Hannah. Okay. Okay. There you go. I completely muffed that one, dude. I didn't see it. All right. Every little bit helps. And whether you support us through listening, through retweeting, through 3 minutes left. Okay, 8-4 with 3 minutes left. And if you know it's Brighton and they get the ball, they'll eat all 3 of those minutes up. Hey, I can say that in a joke. You know what I mean? 16-10 left to play. We're just having fun up here. Concession stands are open. Love it. Love it. It's slowly getting there, folks. Slowly getting there. We're almost there. 15:55 left to play. Canandaigua with the ball and the right alley with Hannah Davis. She puts the brakes on, goes back. She could have gone 2-goal, but instead gets out. And she's going to feed Neiman. Nemo brings it up. We've got a little bit of weave going. She lets the right-hander go, goes left. She eats a lot of contact. And that's one of those plays where I think that if the score was a little closer, either that call would have been made or Ronnie would have been really mad that it wasn't. 15-25. Ball over here with Tyler Smith. Tyler Smith looking to she'll get a restart right here around the 15-yard line, right in the slot. Goes over to the far side to Herod. Herod with 2 goals. Just another outstanding performance at the draw control. Here's McKenna Krause. She's going to come down. She can't take it. A lot of people in front of Getz, so she was unable to get a shot off. Here's Davis. Flips to Kanjemi, who flips to Davis. And this is that motion weave that we saw Syracuse women's Lax use. I'll tell you what, that number 23, Olivia Scott, she is not afraid to put the stick on you. No question. Goes over to Krause, does Herod. Krause can't pick it up clean. She does now, though. Eats a trail check. A lot of contact. Play on. Let them play, sir. Come on. Let them play. Don't stop. Let's go. It's just a little, trust me, if there's one girl on the field that can handle it, it's McKenna Krause. She can handle a little bit of contact. Hockey player, for crying out loud. Over here to Hannah Davis in the right alley. Long the numbers, Canandaigua leading 12-3. She's got the hat trick. McKenna Davis with, 4? 4 or 5? I think she's got 5. I'm pretty sure she's got 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, she's got 5, and that was, as far as I can tell, her 100th point. Here's Herod. Flips it to Davis. Canandaigua going in to eat up some clock mode. And this is Ronnie Davis. This is a quintessential example of what we refer to as calling off the dogs. This is where you lift the foot off the throw. You throttle back just a little bit. Whereas they could have 20 by now, they're just going to show Thomas a little bit of respect because Thomas isn't playing chippy. So Thomas has earned some respect, and Ronnie Davis is showing them that respect a little bit. Now, if Thomas comes out, wants to get chippy, wants to get overly physical, that might change a little bit. You know what I mean? But as it is, respect from one side will be reciprocated by the other side, and that's sports at any and every level. So here's Harrod. Goes to the X to McKenna Davis. Looked like she was going to come all the way, and she does come all the way up top to Hannah. Hannah comes down, face dodge. Ooh, hard check there by 24 of Thomas. And again, that wasn't chippy. That was just Amelia Pryorski, the senior. That was just a good hard check. But on this restart, Hannah, if she wants to, I was going to say, nice job. She tried to go down to Smith, but it was knocked down by the defender for Thomas. Now Davis is going to pick it up. Kenna Davis, she's going to flip to Canandaigua. Canandaigua, the freshman. Remember that Eddie Schaefer. She's just an 8th grader, man. 12 minutes left to play. Come on, how big is that news that Clancy Rude transferred to Maryland? Wow, I thought it was big news when she went to Albany. Listen, she just wants to step it up a level and not to besmirch anything going on at Albany. Just Maryland is a different class. It's just a different class. It's a different level. And Clancy Rude, if she's going to be accepted there, man, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? And how about that T.D. Erland going to the PLL Redwoods and just rocking 21 out of 27 at the faceoff X in his season opener. They try to get it to Canandaigua. She does play it on the bounce. She uses her body to knock the ball down and go after it. Gets it to Krause. She comes down Main Street. She runs into a scrum of Titans, and she'll get a free position. She's got 4 on the season, 4 goals, 1 assist. So she'll be just off to the right of center. She's going to get a look at Getz, but from her body language, it looks like she might pass off instead. Let's see. Oh, she's going to come down, let it go, and a great stop by Getz. Great stick save there by Getz. Michaela Getz coming into today with 98 saves. Let's just double check and make sure that's her. Yep, 29-29 for the senior. 10:25 left to play. Tyler Smith comes over, puts the pressure on. She gets it to Scott over the shoulder. Scott and Hannah Davis. Oh, Hannah Davis puts a check on her and puts her on the carpet. And she is, man, she's at least a foot smaller than Scott. What do you think, dude? She's at least a foot shorter. But Hannah Davis came over. Now, man, that Scott's been checking. She has been putting the check on. Okay. All right, so it's going to be a timeout. What are we looking at here? Hannah Davis is going to restart. No, over here. Nope, and they're going to throw it away. I was going to say Thomas is going to restart, and they're going to throw it away. And you cannot throw the ball away against this Canandaigua team. You just simply cannot. You just can't, because Canandaigua is too good at capitalizing on opportunities. Ball with Liv Shore over on the far side. And just some stick checks from behind to put a little squash on the fast break. It's a defensive strategy that's deployed by 99.9% of the teams. Loose ball, though, going to be picked up by Olivia Taddeo, the senior defender for Thomas. Let's see if Thomas can transition into offense. Coming up with Colby Spencer right up the middle. Look at this girl. She is on the move. She is fleet of foot. She puts on the brakes at the 25, though, and then goes down to the 20, comes back up top to Gwen Newtown. Newtown with one of the 3 goals for the Titans. And where are we at here? We're now behind at X. We're behind at X with Thomas. Pass all the way up top. And Newtown looking to take a shot. She sidesteps, lets it go, turned away by Tallman. Great save. I think that was a save. I don't think that was soaked up. Over here on the left side with Taylor Ford. Now back up top, out in front with Newtown. A lot of contact, play on. Battling, picked up by Canandaigua. Brought up along the right-hand side. Bella Shore off to the races. Up here to Hannah Davis at the 40. Hannah Davis angles in, splits the two defenders, goes down the slot, and she goes over to the far side, over to Shore. And now we're at the point where we're between the sun and the lights, and those numbers are really, really hard to see. Ball behind with Davis. Up here to Hannah Davis. 8 minutes left to play. Someone's season is over in 8 minutes. Someone gets to move on to play Brighton on Saturday in the semifinals for the right to go and play for the Class B sectional title. Can Canandaigua do it for the second straight year and the third out of 4? Nice job on picking up that loose ball by Colby Spencer. Every 50-50 ball vital now. Ball on the carpet, scooped up finally, and then lost by Lupton. Kaylee Lupton, the senior. Now she picks it up, and she's going to head out right down Main Street. No, that's Liv Shore. Liv Shore over here to Davis. Davis inside the 8 to Hannah. Hannah Davis backs it out and comes over here to, who is that? Who's that? Rachel Bennett. That's what I thought. Rachie B. 7 left to play. 7 left to play. Looks like we got a little switch there. Rose Hegney going to come in, the freshman. She's got a goal. As our, let's see, we've got, well, that's Hegney right there. And then 16 is Rachel Adams. Rachel Adams in. And then, Rose Hegney and Ruby Hegney. Dirt. 6:30. Turned around by Davis. Goes wide, but picked up by Smith behind. Great job on the backup. She gets it checked out of her stick, though. It's loose. She comes up with it, and she's going to try to give it off to Davis. Great job by Davis to steal out the defender. She passes out in front, and a very nice quick stick by Canandaigua. Emily York. Emily York, the senior, is going to knock one down for Canandaigua. York from McKenna is good for Canandaigua.
Hey, this is Todd Allen with Eagle Insurance. You're listening to Chosen Spot Radio.
Oh, yeah. Welcome back in, fans. Man, that dude, Todd Allen, man, he gets it going. He's got a machine gun for a mouth. I'll tell you. That guy, I had him record that spot about 12 different times. Because every time, hey, the worst thing you can do is swat at whatever you're swatting at. Then it just gets mad. Just let it go about its business. That's what my dad always told me with bees. One day he had a bee on his nose. I was going to reach off, flick it off. He said, don't touch it. If it wanted to sting me, it would have done it 20 minutes ago. All right, Abby Harrod still in at the draw. It's on the carpet, and Schaefer is going to come up with it for Thomas. And Schaefer is going to get away from the defense before rolling into I didn't see who it was. Man. I didn't see what number it was. Oh, it was 22, I believe. I'm going to call that Melanie Laneson. Little contact over there along the 10-yard line. And a little restart there right at the fan for Schaefer. She comes up top. They pass it down out in front. Great ball movement. And the finish for Taylor Ford, and that's her 10th. So Taylor Ford knocks one down at 4:32 to make it 13-4. 13-4. I believe an assist to Mia Estelle. I could be wrong. Let's wait and see. Let's see what Markey has to say. Timeout. 4:32 here in the Wally's Grill Anytime Pest Control fourth quarter. Brought to you by Henrietta Hot. So with 4:32 left to play, have to start giving some consideration to I'm going to name for the Henrietta Hots, man. Henrietta Hots player of the game. And, I'll tell you what I'm going to do, Jim. I'm going to be diplomatic. Last game of the season, I'm going to give it to the entire team. This is a great team victory here. They're going to improve to 15-2. They're going to drop Webster Thomas, the Titans, to 7-10, and it was just a great balanced effort here. Great job, Quinn Tallman, the defense, the middies, the nation of domination at the draw, the offense, McKenna Davis, Hannah Davis. I mean, everybody getting in on the scoring. Quinn Tallman with a great game, stood on her head, making some great saves. So the Henrietta Hots player of the game is the entire Canandaigua Braves team. Henrietta Hots is at 4018 West Henrietta Road in Rochester. They're available on Grubhub too. So I want to thank Henrietta Hots for their support all season, and I highly encourage Mrs. Spazman and I, we take the drive up there. It's only a half an hour. It's well worth the trip. Well worth the trip. Nice, pretty quiet area. It's kind of in somewhat of an industrial area. Look at McKenna Davis, makes the move, gets it checked out of her stick. But they are going to give the free position to McKenna Davis right over here on the first hash mark from the end on the right-hand side. And look, the left-hander, man, she is locked and loaded. She's going to let it go right from there. 3:15 left to play. She'll let it go right from there and just try to get it by gets. She takes a few steps, makes her move, and then puts the bouncer in. So she faked me out. So the Titans unable to string together 2 consecutive goals all game long, and that has been a little bit of a problem. So we're going to call that 3 minutes even to make it 14-4. That is McKenna Davis from free position. That is going to be her, I believe, wait, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Her sixth goal. 6. She's got 1, 2 assists. So she has an 8-point game. So she definitely exceeds that 100-point mark. So everybody just making sure we're all in the right spot. Everybody in right position. So once again, there will be no radio broadcast. All right, of either semifinal game on Saturday. The only way you're going to be able to check it out is if you tune in to the Canandaigua School District YouTube channel, unless somebody wants to sponsor a radio broadcast. If you want to sponsor a radio broadcast, there is a $150 broadcast fee that's payable directly to Section 5. It's completely out of my hands. Then you got to pay me a little bit to have a little, to do the game. So, if there's somebody out there with a couple bucks burning a hole in their pocket and they want Chosen Spot Radio to broadcast either game, get a hold of me. Get a hold of me and let me know. So loose ball ends up with Kohler Neiman. And that's what I like. A team up 14-4, still not giving up. And a team trailing 14-4, still not giving up. Playing 100% till the end. But Canandaigua, as I said, will improve to 15-2 on the season. And they will advance to play Brighton on Saturday in the semifinals. Brighton took care of Irondequoit. And you got Victor. Boy, I'll tell you, Class B just stacked in both boys and girls lacrosse. So Kangemi, she gets one upside the head, and I think he's reaching for the yellow, and he is. A little bit of head contact, and that's going to go against Olivia Scott. And not to throw Olivia under the bus, but she's kind of been getting away with that all game. So they finally called it on her at 4:52. It was right in front of the official. She doesn't think so. She's shaking her head no, but I mean, everybody else saw it. But listen, it's the game. It's the game, man. Out in front to Kraus. She ends up on the carpet, but she gets rid of it before she falls. Great presence of mind. great presence of mind. Her and her brother, they are formidable defenders in hockey. There you have it, fans. We're down to the final 20 seconds. Final score, I believe, is going to be 14-4. They have an open goal, but nice job on the defense. Oh, and Kohler Neiman is going to let it go. She was going for the upper 90 on the right-hand side, but it's backed up. Yep, there you go, 14-4. Canandaigua will improve to 15-2 and drop Thomas to 7-10.